My name is Sienna Livingston. I am an entrepreneur, an AI and marketing consultant, a strategist, a mother, and a woman who has rebuilt her life more than once. Today, I help entrepreneurs use AI, marketing, automation, and smarter business systems to build businesses that are more profitable, more scalable, and less dependent on them doing everything themselves. But my story did not begin with AI. It did not begin with consulting, funnels, virtual summits, or business strategy. It began on an Arabian horse ranch where I learned early that building something meaningful takes discipline, responsibility, and a willingness to work. I have always been an entrepreneur. Growing up on an Arabian horse ranch taught me about animals, responsibility, business, and the reality that nothing gets built without consistent effort. When I was about 13 years old, I started my own sheep business. I did not have sophisticated business systems or a marketing plan. I simply saw an opportunity, took responsibility, and began building something of my own. That entrepreneurial instinct never left me. I also spent a significant part of my life in the Alaskan bush. Living in remote Alaska taught me a different kind of resilience. In the bush, you learn to be resourceful. You learn to prepare, adapt, solve problems, and work with what you have. You cannot always wait for someone else to arrive with the answer. The environment can be beautiful, but it can also be demanding and unforgiving. It taught me independence, courage, and how to remain calm when circumstances were uncertain. Those lessons stayed with me. They influenced how I raised my family, how I handled difficult seasons, and how I approached entrepreneurship. Throughout my life, I have started businesses, developed ideas, created offers, learned new skills, and found ways to turn knowledge into something valuable. I have also raised a family. I am the mother of 3 adult sons, and I helped raise 5 children in a blended family. Raising children while building businesses taught me lessons that no business book could fully explain. It taught me how to adapt. It taught me how to solve problems with limited time and resources. It taught me how to lead different personalities. It taught me how to keep going when life did not pause simply because I was tired. And it taught me that creating a meaningful life requires both vision and execution. For much of my life, however, I was not simply building, I was surviving. As a child, I experienced psychological, spiritual, and sexual abuse from someone who was supposed to protect me. When I tried to speak about what was happening, I was not fully heard or protected. That changes something inside a child. You begin questioning your own reality. You learn to remain quiet. You become highly aware of everyone else's emotions, moods, and needs, because that is how you stay safe. Those survival skills can help a child endure the impossible. But when you carry them into adulthood, they can also lead you into relationships where you continue abandoning yourself. For years, that was my pattern. I accepted behavior I should never have accepted. I stayed too long. I tried to understand, fix, rescue, forgive, and hold everything together. I believed that if I loved harder, explained myself better, worked harder, or became easier to live with, things would finally change. They did not. One of the darkest periods of my life involved living with someone whose behavior was unpredictable, threatening, and abusive. I never knew when the next incident would happen. There were threats, manipulation, rage, fear, and the constant experience of questioning whether what had happened was real, intentional, or somehow my fault. Eventually, I had to confront a painful truth. I could not control whether another person changed. I could only decide whether I was willing to continue living that way. In August 2017, during the early morning hours, I packed what I could into my car and left. I drove to California and began again. Leaving was one of the most important decisions of my life. But leaving the situation did not instantly remove the situation from me. I carried the fear, patterns, beliefs, and emotional wounds with me. Physical distance created safety. Rebuilding my identity required much more. After I left, I experienced more loss. Relationships changed. People I loved were no longer part of my life. My business struggled. There were moments when it felt as though everything I had built was falling apart at the same time. That season forced me to stop asking only, why did this happen to me? I began asking different questions. Why had I remained in certain situations? Why did I repeatedly place other people's needs above my own? Why did I believe I needed permission to choose myself? Why did I keep searching for someone else to confirm what I already knew? Those were uncomfortable questions. They were also the beginning of my freedom. Taking responsibility for my future did not mean taking responsibility for the abuse. The abuse was not my fault. But healing, creating boundaries, recognizing unhealthy patterns, and building a different life became my responsibility. Personal development has played a major role in my rebuilding process. I have studied business, mindset, faith, human behavior, marketing, communication, leadership, and personal responsibility. I have had many teachers and mentors over the years. Some of the most influential have been Russell Brunson, Garrett J. White, and Stephen Diaz. Each contributed something different to the way I now see business and life. Russell Brunson helped me understand the power of offers, funnels, storytelling, customer journeys, and building a movement around a clear message. He helped me see that having a valuable product is not enough. You must know who you serve, what they need, how to communicate the transformation, and how to guide them toward a decision. That thinking has shaped how I approach marketing, digital strategy, summits, and offer creation. Garrett J. White challenged me to confront the truth, take personal responsibility, stop hiding from hard questions, and recognize where I was surrendering my own power. His work pushed me to examine the stories I was telling myself and the choices I was continuing to make. Stephen Diaz has also influenced my thinking as a mentor, particularly in how I approach growth, business, AI, and becoming the person capable of creating the next level. I have learned that mentors do not live your life for you. They introduce ideas, frameworks, questions, and possibilities. You still have to apply them. You still have to make the decision. You still have to do the work. Another book that has influenced my thinking is The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles. The title can make the book sound as though it is only about money. For me, the deeper message is about becoming a creator rather than remaining trapped in reaction. It teaches the importance of forming a clear vision, thinking from possibility, acting with purpose, and using the opportunities and resources already in front of you. One of the ideas that has stayed with me is that we do not have to build our lives from constant competition, fear, or scarcity. We can build from creativity. We can create value. We can contribute. We can expand what is possible for ourselves while helping other people expand what is possible for them. But positive thinking by itself is not a strategy. You cannot visualize a new life and refuse to take action. You cannot declare abundance while avoiding your numbers, your health, your relationships, or your responsibilities. Faith matters. Mindset matters. But they must be combined with disciplined, consistent action. For me, that means holding a clear picture of what I am building, then taking the next practical step with the resources I have today. I began doing serious internal work. I prayed, I wrote, I studied my patterns, I received support, I faced beliefs I had carried since childhood. I learned that healing is not one dramatic moment. It is a series of choices. It is choosing not to answer the message that pulls you back into chaos. It is believing your own perception, It is setting a boundary even when someone does not like it. It is learning that compassion does not require self-abandonment. It is understanding that forgiveness does not mean providing someone unlimited access to your life. It is recognizing that strength is not measured by how much pain you can tolerate. Real strength is having the courage to stop tolerating what is destroying you. The little girl inside me had survived for decades. I did not need to silence her or be ashamed of her. I needed to protect her. I needed to give her the voice, safety, and authority she had been denied. As I rebuilt myself, I also rebuilt my work. I had already spent years developing experience in digital marketing, websites, funnels, business systems, online growth, and entrepreneurship. Over time, I began bringing those skills together in a more intentional way. Today, I am an AI and marketing consultant. I help entrepreneurs use AI strategically, not simply as another collection of tools. My work is about helping business owners create systems that support revenue, customer communication, content creation, lead generation, follow-up, and better decision-making. I look at what is happening behind the scenes of a business. Where are leads being lost? Where is the owner becoming the bottleneck? What work can be automated? What still requires a human? What is creating revenue? What is simply creating more activity? Where is the offer weak? Where is the message unclear? Where is the business relying on hope instead of a repeatable system? I combine marketing strategy, AI implementation, automation, funnel building, and business operations to help owners build companies that work more effectively. My focus is not AI for the sake of AI. My focus is using AI to create real business outcomes, more qualified leads, faster follow-up, better customer experiences, stronger offers, clearer systems, more useful content, and more revenue without adding unnecessary complexity. I have a bachelor degree in management with a focus in communications and MIT. I am also completing my master's degree in industrial organizational psychology. That work is helping me deepen my understanding of human behavior, motivation, leadership, workplace performance, and organizational systems. Technology is powerful, but businesses are still built by people. The best systems account for both. They combine intelligent technology with an understanding of how people think, communicate, decide, resist change, learn, and perform. That combination is becoming a central part of my work. AI, marketing, psychology, behavior, leadership, personal development, and practical business execution. One of the ways I am bringing these ideas together is through the AI Digital Growth Summit. The summit connects entrepreneurs with experts who are using AI to improve marketing, operations, sales, productivity, and business growth. Building a summit is not easy. It requires vision, outreach, technology, speakers, affiliates, funnels, advertising, follow-up, and hundreds of decisions that most people never see. But it represents something important to me. I am no longer waiting for someone else to give me a platform. I am building one. I am creating opportunities for myself and for other people. I am taking the lessons I have learned from entrepreneurship, personal development, marketing, SAFe, and technology, and turning them into something that can help others grow. That is a major difference between the woman I was and the woman I am today. I do not share my story because I want people to see me as a victim. I share it because there may be someone listening who has forgotten that she or he still has choices. Maybe you have been shrinking yourself to keep someone else comfortable. Maybe you have spent years managing another person's emotions. Maybe you have built a life that looks functional from the outside, but inside, you know you are disappearing. Maybe you are trying to rebuild after losing a relationship, a business, your health, your confidence, or the future you thought you would have. Your next chapter does not require you to deny what happened. It requires you to decide what happens next. You may need professional counseling, medical care, community, spiritual support, education, mentorship, or practical resources. There is no single tool, coach, book, mentor, or program that heals everything. There is also no shame in getting help. But eventually, there comes a moment when you have to participate in your own rescue. No one else can make every decision for you. No one else can create every boundary. No one else can build your future while you continue surrendering your authority. I am still growing. I am still learning. I am still building. My life is not perfect, and I do not pretend that it is. But I am no longer the woman waiting for someone else to decide whether I am worthy, capable, intelligent, or powerful. I know who I am. I am a mother of 3 adult sons. I helped raise 5 children in a blended family. I am an entrepreneur who began building businesses as a young girl on a horse ranch. I am an AI and marketing consultant. I am a strategist. I am a certified funnel builder. I am a summit creator. I am a student of human behavior. I am a woman of faith. I am a builder of businesses, systems, platforms, and opportunities. And I am a woman who has rebuilt her life more than once. My past shaped me, but it does not own me. The experiences that once taught me to remain silent now give me a reason to speak. The situations that once made me question my abilities now help me recognize strength and potential in other people. The years I spent surviving taught me resilience. The years I spent building businesses taught me resourcefulness. The years I spent raising a family taught me leadership. And the years I have invested in personal development taught me that transformation is not something that happens to us. It is something we participate in. Today, I help business owners stop operating from chaos. I help them create clarity. I help them strengthen their message. I help them build systems. I help them use AI and automation to support the business and life they are trying to create. Because whether we are rebuilding a life or rebuilding a company, transformation begins in the same place. We tell ourselves the truth. We form a clear vision. We decide what must change. We stop waiting for perfect conditions. And then we begin doing the work. One decision, one system, one boundary, one offer, and one courageous step at a time. I am Sienna Livingston. This is my story, and I am still creating what comes next.